Hello and welcome to another Art Fabula video. Last time we talked about inspiration. We talked about everything that inspires us creatively. For example, artists and toys. This time we are going to do something a little bit different. This time I'm going to show you what kind of apps and programs inspired me and what kind of apps and programs I use to make this thing possible. This is a little bit connected to last week's video because I was inspired by other people to use this kind of programs in my daily work. So this inspiration comes to me and I apply it to my art. Something that I need to say is that all these apps and applications you are going to see are just the ones that works with me. It's very important to say that because those applications, those programs, those are not recommendations from my side to you, but something just a showcase of things that works just for me. You can be also inspired to look after this kind of programs and choose the ones that works with you. And I think this is the most important thing because you need to do and use the programs that works with you, not use mine just because I'm using those. So find those that work with you. I don't know what kind of art or what kind of creative mind you have or your workflow, for example, so you need to choose. You need to think about these things by yourself. But be inspired. Open your mind and be inspired by these kind of applications and programs I'm using. And another thing that I want to say on this also is very important is that all the programs you're going to see today are not affiliate programs or sponsors. I don't have any sponsors in this YouTube channel. I'm just doing this because I love to share my experience with all of you. So I don't get any money. I don't going to put any links to these programs, but you choose if you want to, if you are interested. You can go to their websites and look after the things that work with you. So with that said, I think it's time to begin with this video. Well, this is the first application I'm using, and this application is something that helps me to organize and plan my daily routine and daily workflow. Because I'm also a teacher, I'm not just working with Art Fabula full time. This is just a side thing for me, but it's getting bigger and bigger. Because of this, I need to plan my day very well, because I can do two things at the same time if I don't plan everything. So on the computer, in my MacBook, I use a MacBook Pro, an Intel MacBook Pro. I would like to change it someday. I use this application. This is the calendar, the Apple calendar, and is connected to another calendar that is called Calendar 366. I have this kind of in the menu bar display, and then I can show, I can do whatever I want here. I can write new events, and I can do whatever I want from this menu bar here. So I'm using these two calendars because I like the Apple 366, the Apple calendar. The normal, I can do everything I want, but I also like this calendar 366 that I use on both my iPad and my iPhone too. So everything is connected. So this is the first thing I'm using in my computer. Then something essential for my work is the app Notion. And Notion, I have everything about my business and Art Fabula. I have all my background writing, the blog post writing, the hashtags I'm using on Instagram, the shipping details, and then I have all the toys I have been releasing. I have the Eggy vinyl toy, I have the new King Tsar vinyl toy here. I'm going to show you right now, maybe later. And I have everything, the resin and the clear ones that everyone loved, and the Koburingo. For example, I'm here, if I open the vinyl toy, this is the description I have on the website, and here I have the price, and I have two tables, two spreadsheets with all the information, how many I have been selling and where. And here I post a few pictures also. So Notion for me is essential, and I have been trying other kind of applications like Obsidian, for example. That one is a very good one. And Craft. I love Craft, this app called Craft. I've been using, I've been testing it. But I'm not sure if I need to pay, I'm not sure how much, but because I just need this kind of simple thing here. I don't need to complicate things, and I'm used to Notion, so I'm not sure if I want to pay for the extra, but I loved Craft. Craft is one of the best iOS and Mac applications, so if you want to go and check it, I love it, but I'm using this one. Then I won't show you the email, but I use Spark email for my private and the Art Fabula mail. And of course, Skype to contact, for example, Dante Rockford. We have these conversations online. He lives in Mexico, I live here in Sweden, so it's good to have this connection by Skype. And the next application that I use is the Adobe Suite. I paid for the Adobe Suite. I am trying to use as much as Adobe as I can. I have been trying to use, for example, DaVinci Resolve when editing the videos, but I think I will stick with Premiere Pro. But the first application I'm used for pictures and from Instagram and other things is Lightroom. I love this application. Lightroom is for editing the photos. So this one is very, very good. And the other one for me essential is Adobe Illustrator. This one is the one I use to make everything, from the packaging to the designs of the illustrations and everything. Illustrator is my main application for design. Of course, I'm using Photoshop to make the cards of the toys and another designers. The other one, the one I was talking about, if we talk about editing videos and YouTube videos, is Premiere Pro. I have been editing the last 2 videos, I think, with Premiere Pro, and I love it. It works for me. I'm not going to do anything too much complicated here in this YouTube channel. I'm just going to talk and show you a few things. So this is enough for me. And then the last application is Adobe Audition, and this one is for the podcast. So this application I'm using for the podcast. As I said, I had, for example, Drafts 2 that I've been using before Craft at the same time as Notion, but that one I think I'm going to stick with Notion. So those are my applications in the Mac. I can repeat them again. I'm using the Apple Calendar and the Calendar 366 application for my calendar. I'm also using Spark as my email service, and not all, but as much as Adobe Suite programs as I can, like, for example, Adobe Lightroom, Adobe Illustrator, Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Premiere Pro, and Adobe Audition. And I have been trying DaVinci Resolve and other 3 parts applications, but I think I'm going to continue with the ones I'm using and the ones I like. Well, if we talk about the apps I'm using in the iPad, here we have a few that are very similar to the ones on the computer. But I'm using a few others that help me be more creative. For example, I have in this first screen, I have the ones that are exactly the same as Adobe Illustrator and Adobe Photoshop, and then Lightroom. Those are connected to the computer, and I can still work with my creations on those 3 applications. Then, of course, I have the email service, Spark, and of course all the other ones, that's YouTube, LastPass for my passwords, and everything else. The things that are different from the computer, the programs that are different, or the apps that are very different, are, for example, this Sharp 3D application. Sharp 3D is for creating it's like a CAD program. It's not like a 3D design program, organic program. It's more like an Angular, block, architects program. Is something more. It's CAD program. It's not modeling. But that one, Nomad is a very good 3D program for sculpt in 3D. It's like it works like a computer, and it's very, very good. I'm trying to learn that one, but it's taking a lot of time for me because I don't have time. I still have Draft. I don't use it, Drafts. And then, of course, the one and only Procreate. I'm not going to show you what I have here because I have a lot of secret things inside this Procreate. I have a lot of designs that I can't show you right now, but maybe someday. For example, the first Cobringo is here. Here is the King Tsar and the Mecha Tsar, the new 2 toys for 2022, Captain Bebop, and another one that is a little bit secret there. So everything I create, nearly all my toys, all my designs with Procreate. Then of course I have Shopify. The Shopify app is just because I'm creating the new website with Shopify, so I need to have contact. I need to have to be connected with Shopify. And of course, this one is new. Is my Things application. Things is a to-do list for my planning, the planning of my day and then my week. So I'm making Monday. I need to do these things. This will do this. Tuesday, this thing, and everything is synced with the calendar, the app Calendar 366. I think this is one of the best calendars applications out there. I wanted to like Fantastical. I loved Fantastical before. Now as a subscription mode, I of course completely sure that is worth it if you use all the things, but I recommend Calendar 366. Is nearly the same at Udemy. It's just pay once and it's yours forever. So it's a very good substitute for Fantastical. Then of course I have Notion still connected with every Notion apps that I have, and I still have MailChimp for the email newsletters and all that kind of things. But the problem is that I'm going to change. I changed this service. I'm not going to use MailChimp anymore. And this one is Ferrite. This one is the best audio recording app that there is out there in the iPad. And I made the first podcast that I made, and the first episode of the podcast that I made, Art Fabula podcast, is made entirely with Ferrite. Of course, I didn't have a good microphone, so you can hear everything. But if you have a good microphone and just Ferrite, you can do everything you want. So this is the iPad applications. Now I want to show you the mobile applications too. And here we have the last of my applications. This is the mobile version. And as you see, it's very, I don't like to have too many things in the mobile. I like to have very minimal. I have two sites. This one are for, applications that I'm not using too much. But this is my main applications main screen. As you see, I have the Calendar 366, exactly the same as the mobile, as the iPad and the Mac. And then I have a few others that I have been showing you before, like, for example, Notion and Things. All of these are connected to the computer and to the iPad. Then I have a few that I'm using. For example, this is a HomeKit for lights here at home, and this is for the podcast, the Pocket Cast. These are not exactly the ones that I'm using for creation, but it helps. Bank accounts and WhatsApp, very popular here in Europe. And I'm using Apple Music instead of Spotify. I think the audio is much better and works very well with the AirPods Max and the AirPods Pro. Then I have the camera, of course, and a few other things for transport and so on. And then the Art Fabula folder is filled with, things, supplies, MailChimp again, Big Cartel, and a lot of things for the business, PayPal business. This is account things, and another CC Express. That one was very good to make Instagram post and all of these kind of things. And then I used for the YouTube Studio and the Shopify. And then Anchor. Anchor is the one, the hosting I'm using for the YouTube video. I had Sounder before. Sounder was very, very good. I made two podcasts. I made a gaming podcast in Spanish, and then I made the Art Fabula podcast. But I don't want to continue making the gaming podcast. So I continue making Art Fabula podcast. So if you have 2 podcasts, I think it's worth to pay for Sounder. Or not to pay. I think I don't remember how much it was, but it was very, very cheap. It was very, very good. But if you have only one, well, you can use Sounders. That is also very good. Or Anchor. I'm using Anchor. I like it very, very much. Well, and this is all the applications I had for you today. And well, that's all I have for you today. I hope you like this video. This is just showing you the apps I'm using. I'm not showing you everything, of course. I'm just showing you a little bit. But as I say to you in the beginning, think by yourself, choose the apps you like, and of course, look after everything and watch everything you have out there, because there are a lot of applications that are possibly better than the one I'm using, but those are the ones that works for me. So search the ones that works for you, and be creative in your own way. Don't copy anyone, and try to be yourself. So if you want more videos like this, please subscribe, because it helped me a lot. And of course, leave a message, leave a comment there down, and subscribe also if you want to know more how to make art toys and how to make vinyl toys. Subscribe to the podcast. The podcast is some kind of a side project that works together with a lot of these kind of videos I'm making. Subscribe to the podcast, subscribe to this. Of course, go and if you want, buy the toys on the website, because it also helps me with this Art Fabula thing. So thank you very much. I appreciate that you are still here, and that you are supporting my art and this project called Art Fabula. Until the next time, bye.